Good morning, girls. So today we are looking at correcting the assignment that should be uploaded at this stage, and I won't be accepting them late. So this should be completed, and it's from page 54. Question 3 and 4 was what you were asked to do, and I'm just going to start filling it in based on the reading of the question. So at a road checkpoint, 100 cars were examined. So that means U is equal to 100. Okay, so the cardinal number of U is 100. Okay, I'm just going to push that up a little bit. You're then told that they were examined for defective tires, brakes, and lights. So that means we have tires, brakes, and lights. Okay, tires, brakes, and lights. It was found that 12 had defective tires, 9 had defective brakes, 13 had defective lights, 6 had defective brakes and lights, 7 had defective lights and tires, 6 had defective tires and brakes, and 4 had a defective in all, 4 cars had all 3 defects. So 4 goes in the middle. I can now start utilising all the rest of the information. So there's 12 for tires, there was 9 for brakes, and there was 13 defective lights. So that was the first sentence. The second sentence we can now start working on. 6 had defective lights and brakes. So find lights and brakes, and there's 6 in total. We have 4 of the 6, that means there's 2 left. 7 had defective lights and tires. So we have 4. Where are we gone? We had 4 of the 7, so there's 3 left. And finally, 6 had defective tires and brakes. So tires and brakes is in this section, and I have 4 of the 6, so I need 2. Okay, so I've dealt with all of the sentences, but I now need to deal with the 12, the 9, and the 13. And then account for the 100 people in total, or 100 cars tested in total. So if there's meant to be 12 tires, I have 4 and 3, which is 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 12. So 9 take away 12. 12 take away 9 is 3. So there's 3 that just had defective tires. There's meant to be 9 in total for brakes. I have 8 of the 9. That means I need 1 left. And for lights, there's 13 in total. I have 9 of the 13. That means I still need 4. Now, there's 100 cars tested. This means, obviously, I haven't accounted for the full 100, so you need to grab your calculator on this, and it's going to be 100 minus the 12 tires, minus the 3 extra for brakes, and minus the extra 4. Oh, sorry, I didn't minus the last one. So it's 100 minus 12 minus 3 minus 4, that's 81. So there was 81 cars that were actually in good working order and good condition. I'm now going to answer the questions on it. So the questions are directly here. The number of cars which had defective brakes only. So defective brakes only, brakes, only one issue, that was 1. Part 2 was the number of cars which had only 2 defects. So 2 defects are the intersections of 2, not 3. So 2 and 3 and 2. So show your work. And that's 7. So there's 7 cars that had 2 defects. The number of cars which had defective tires and brakes but not defective lights. So cover lights. And what we're looking for is defective tires and brakes. That's the middle bit. So that's 2. And then finally, the number of cars with no defect at all. Well, that excludes all of those 3, and it's 81 in total. So there's 81 cars that had absolutely no problem with them at all. Okay, so that was question 3. That was your assignment. I'm now going to move on to question 4, and I'm actually going to move my book over to the left-hand side. Okay, and push that down. Okay. Question 4. So at the end of a touring holiday, 90 US tourists were asked which of the 3 cities, Dublin, Cork, or Galway, they had visited. So there was 90 of them. So there's a cardinal number of the universal set is 90. Okay, so it was Dublin, Cork, or Galway. 60 had visited Dublin, 18 had visited Cork, 50 had visited Galway. Okay, that's just my reading of the first sentence. Now I'm just going to skip down through all this. 4 visited all 3 cities. So 4 goes in the middle of all 3. I'm just going to push that up slightly. So from this now, I'm just going to read the sentence again. 30 visited Galway and Dublin. So 30 visited both. I have 4 of the 30, that means I need 26. Next, 10 visited both Dublin and Cork. So 10 inside here in total. I have 4 of the 10, that means I need 6. Next, 6 visited Cork and Galway. So that's inside here, 6 in total. I have 4 of the 6, that means I need 2. And now I need to account for the totals. So I need 60 inside here, I need 18 inside here, and I need 50 inside here. For 60, it is essentially 60 minus 36, which is 24. For the 18, it's 18 minus 12, which is 6. And finally for the 50, it's essentially 50 minus 32, which is 18. Now, I'm sure there's some people that didn't go to any of those 3 cities, but we have to include the 90. So with the 90 on your calculator, take away the 60 for Dublin, take away the extra for Cork, which is 8, and take away the extra for Galway, which was 18. That means 4 people didn't go to any of those cities. Now that's the Venn diagram completed, but there are 3 questions on it. Part 1. They visited Cork only, and that's this section. So 6 people visited Cork only. Visited both Dublin and Galway. So this is Dublin and Galway, but not Cork. So cover Cork. Dublin and Galway then is 26. And finally, the last part of that, visited none of the 3 cities. So if you cover all 3 cities, what's left is 4 people. Okay, and that was your assignment. That was your homework that you should have uploaded at this stage. We are almost finished this chapter. The only thing that's left is when you don't know a value. And I'm going to explain example 2 on page 53 to hopefully make this a little bit clearer. And I'm just going to push up my page just so you can see it as well. Okay. Sorry. I want to push both of them into the focus. Grant. Okay, so there are 86 students taking languages in a school, and all take at least one of the languages. That means there's going to be nobody out on the outside here. Okay, so everyone is taking at least one of the subjects. And there's 86 in total. So the cardinal number of the universal set is 86. Now, 57 take French. 42 take German. 31 take Spanish. And like I've done with all of these questions, I want to find out how many is in the middle. So I'm just going to read down through this. So 25 take French and German, 17 take French and Spanish, 5 take German. Find out how many students take all 3. When you don't know something in maths, you introduce the letter X. Okay? So, and now I'm going to read back over all of these things again. And I'm just going to cover that for a second. All of this stuff. So 25 take French and German. So French and German is inside here. Now, normally what we did was when there was 10 people doing that earlier on, I took away the 4. Well, I'll have to take away the X in this case. So 25 take French and German. That's going to be 25 minus X. Next one. 17 take French and Spanish. So French and Spanish goes inside here. And here there was 30 that went to Dublin or Galway. And I took away the 4 out of the 30, and that's how I got the 26. But this one is just 17 in total, but I have to take away that X, so minus X. And then 5 do German and Spanish. So inside here, there's a 5 in total, so I need to take away that X, so that's 5 minus X. Okay. Now that I've accounted for that, I need to account for the full numbers. So there is a bit of work involved in this because it's in the terms X. So French, and I'm going to just write that out to the side here. There's 57 in total. Like there was 60 in Dublin. And what I did with the 60 in Dublin is I took away all of these and I got my answer. So it's going to be 57 minus. And because there's X involved, we need to put and introduce brackets, minus 25 minus X minus 17 minus X. Sorry, there was a plus X in the middle. So there's 25 minus X, that's the X in the middle, plus the 17 minus X. That should be a plus, the 17 minus X in the middle. Okay. Using BIMDAS, I know you can't see that little last X at the side. Using BIMDAS, you have to do what's in the brackets first. So the 57 stays where it is, minus. Adding up the 25 and 17, I think it's 42, but we'll double check. 25 and 17. Sorry. Yeah, 42. Okay, so that's those two accounted for. The x's, plus x minus x is gone. And I'm just left with minus x. Now, brackets, minus by plus, that's 57 minus 42. Minus by minus is plus x. 57 minus 42 is 15 plus x. So just French on its own is 15 plus x. We have to do the same for for German and for Spanish. So German is next. And it's going to be the 42 minus 25 minus x plus the x plus the 5 minus x. That's 42 minus 25 and 5 is 30. The two x's are gone and I'm left with a minus x. So I have 42 minus the plus is minus 30, minus the minus is plus x. So that's 12 plus x. And finally, Spanish. Spanish is 31 minus the 17 minus x. Sorry, that's minus. Plus the x in the centre plus the 5 minus x. 31 minus 17 and 5 is 22. Gone. So the x's cancel. Minus x. So that's 31 minus 22 plus x when you multiply out the brackets. And again, just double check. So we have 9 plus x. Now, so I've written all of the information in terms of x, but unfortunately I'm actually not finished. What you do now is you have to account for the 86, and that's what you would do to figure out how many people are on the outside. Now, we were told there was no one that did none of the subjects. Everyone did a subject, but we can use this information to calculate all of that, okay? A couple of ways of doing it. So if you add up all of them, you can equal it to 86, and that's what we're going to do. So it is long, very long, and I don't know if I have enough space here, but I'll do my best to fit it in. So it's going to be 15 plus x plus 25 minus x plus 17 minus x. So that's that one done. Plus 12 plus x, gone. Plus 5 minus x plus 9 plus x. And that equals 86. And the first thing you start doing is cancelling off the x's that you don't want. So that's gone with that. That's gone with that. That's gone with that. And I'm just left with an x. I'm going to add up all of these numbers. 15 and 25 and 17 and 12 and 5 and 9 is 83. Plus x is equal to 86. Now, we have seen this time and time again. Letters to the left, numbers to the right. So leave the x on the left. 86 minus 83, so x is equal to 3. So there's 3 people that do all 3 subjects. So you could go back after this now and figure out what's in each portion. And sure, look, let's do it. So x is 3, so that's 3 in the middle there. 5 minus 3 is 2. 17 minus 3 is 14. 15 plus 3 is 18. 25 minus 3 is 22. 12 plus 3 is 15, 9 plus 3 is 12, and that's how you calculate what's in each section if you were asked questions on it after. So because there's an x involved, it does make it a little bit longer. You are doing the same thing as that you would have implied for it when you had all of the numbers. But because there's an x involved, you have to find it first and then take away x from everything. The important thing is you put the numbers in brackets and then you start multiplying it out to correct it. Okay, so that is example 2. I need you to take this down in your copy because it is a good one, okay? And it's an important one to be able to do. So you've corrected your assignment, hopefully. This is example 2. Just in class today, we'll start doing this. So 5 is just a repetition. This is the first question where we're introducing the question x. And I just want you today to do question 6, and we'll leave it there. Thank you.